Welcome to Damal Consult Career Academy, your trusted guide for career success in the UK care sector. If you have a care home interview coming up in 2025, whether you're a first-time applicant or transitioning into the role of a care assistant, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the most commonly asked care home interview questions. Explain exactly what employers are looking for, and show you how to craft winning answers that reflect compassion, professionalism, and readiness to work in a care setting. By the end of this video, you'll feel more confident, better prepared, and one step closer to landing your care job in the UK. 1. Can you tell us about yourself and why you want to work in a care home? I am a dedicated and compassionate individual with a strong passion for helping others, particularly the elderly and vulnerable. Over the years, I've built a foundation in health and social care through both training and practical experience. I hold a qualification in health and social care and have also completed relevant training such as safeguarding, dementia care, manual handling, and infection control. In my previous roles, I have assisted individuals with personal care, mobility, medication, reminders, and emotional support, always ensuring their dignity, independence, and preferences were respected. I want to work in a care home because I genuinely enjoy supporting people and making a positive difference in their daily lives. I believe care homes are more than just facilitator homes, and every resident deserves to feel safe, valued, and cared for. I find it incredibly fulfilling to build relationships with residents, listen to their stories, and be someone they can trust and rely on. Moreover, I'm drawn to the teamwork and structure that care home settings offer. I thrive in environments where I can collaborate with other professionals to deliver the highest standard of care. Being in a care home allows me to combine my interpersonal skills, empathy, and professional knowledge to support residents holistically, physically, emotionally, and socially. Overall, working in a care home is not just a job for me. It's a meaningful career where I can contribute to the well-being of others, while growing personally and professionally in the healthcare field. 2. What experience do you have working with elderly or vulnerable people? In my previous roles, I have gained hands-on experience working directly with elderly and vulnerable individuals in both residential care homes and home care settings. I have provided personal care such as bathing, dressing, feeding, and assisting with mobility, always ensuring that each person's dignity, privacy, and independence were respected. I've supported individuals living with conditions like dementia, arthritis, diabetes, and limited mobility, which has taught me how to be patient, empathetic, and attentive to their unique needs. During my time in care, I've also developed strong communication skills, both verbal and nonverbal, which are essential when working with individuals who may have difficulty expressing themselves. I've worked closely with nurses, families, and multidisciplinary teams to ensure continuity of care and to report any changes in a resident's condition promptly. I'm comfortable using daily logs and care plans, and I always follow health and safety protocols to maintain a clean and safe environment for both residents and staff. Overall, my experience has strengthened my passion for supporting vulnerable individuals and making a meaningful difference in their daily lives through compassionate and respectful care. 3. How would you handle a situation where a resident becomes aggressive or upset? In my experience, when a resident becomes aggressive or upset, the first and most important step is to remain calm, composed, and non-confrontational. I understand that such behavior is often not personal. It may stem from pain, confusion, dementia, frustration, or a change in routine. My approach is always to de-escalate the situation by speaking in a soft, reassuring tone and using open body language to create a sense of safety and trust. I would give the resident space if needed, while ensuring they are not at risk of harming themselves or others. I listen carefully to what is upsetting them and validate their feelings without being dismissive. If possible, I try to identify the root cause, whether it's discomfort, miscommunication, or an unmet need, and take practical steps to resolve it. For example, if a resident is upset about not receiving their medication or meal on time, I would apologize sincerely, explain the situation clearly, and correct the issue promptly. I also follow the care home's protocols for managing challenging behavior, and if necessary, I would alert a senior colleague or nurse for further support. After the incident, I would document the behavior accurately in the care records and inform the appropriate team members so we can monitor the resident and prevent recurrence. I believe patience, empathy, and clear communication are essential in these moments to protect the well-being and dignity of the resident while maintaining a safe care environment. Before we proceed further in this video, if you're getting ready for a care home interview, we've got something that can make all the difference. Our ebook, 50 Care Home Interview Questions and Answers, is designed to help you prepare with confidence and stand out from the competition. It's clear, practical, and packed with the most likely interview questions plus smart sample answers. And the best part? It's currently 70% off. Yes, for a limited time, you can get it at half the price. Get it today for 70% off. For this week only, the first 20 people to download will get the ebook at an exclusive 70% discount. Just click on the sealer or fourth wall link in the description box to download your copy instantly. To order, visit tailor.co using the link in the description or click the fourth wall link to grab your copy right away. Have any questions? Chat with our friendly online customer care team via WhatsApp or email us. Don't miss out, get your copy today and ace your care home interview. 4. What does person-centered care mean to you, and how do you apply it? To me, person-centered care means putting the individual at the heart of everything I do as a care worker. It involves respecting each resident's personal preferences, values, history, and choices, and tailoring care to meet their unique needs. Rather than providing one-size-fits-all support, I see person-centered care as a way to preserve dignity, promote independence, and enhance quality of life. For example, if a resident prefers to wake up later in the morning or enjoys a specific routine for personal care, I ensure I accommodate that as much as possible. I also take time to learn about their background, culture, and interests so I can build meaningful relationships and communicate in a way that makes them feel heard and valued. In my previous experience, I worked with residents with dementia and found that small adjustments like using their preferred nickname or playing familiar music had a significant positive impact. Applying person-centered care also means involving residents in decisions about their care whenever possible, and working collaboratively with families and healthcare professionals to support their well-being. Ultimately, I believe person-centered care is the foundation of compassionate and effective support in any care home setting. 5. How would you maintain a resident's dignity and privacy during personal care? In my role as a care assistant, I believe that maintaining a resident's dignity and privacy during personal care is essential to providing respectful and compassionate support. I always begin by explaining each step of the care I'm about to provide and seeking the resident's consent, so they feel involved and in control. I make sure to close doors and curtains to create a private environment, and use towels or blankets to cover the individual as much as possible during tasks such as washing or dressing. I am mindful of their preferences, such as choosing the right time for care or respecting gender sensitivities. I also speak respectfully, avoid using patronizing language, and treat every resident as an individual with unique needs. By upholding these practices, I ensure the resident feels safe, respected, and valued throughout the care process. 6. What would you do if you noticed signs of abuse or neglect in a resident? In a situation where I notice signs of abuse or neglect in a resident, I would take it extremely seriously and follow the proper safeguarding procedures immediately. The safety and well-being of residents is always the top priority. First, I would ensure that the resident is safe and not in immediate danger. If they were, I would act quickly to remove them from harm and seek urgent support from a senior member of staff or safeguarding lead. I would document any observations factually and accurately, avoiding personal opinions or assumptions. This could include physical signs like bruises or poor hygiene, as well as behavioral changes such as withdrawal, fearfulness, or anxiety around certain individuals. I would then report my concerns to the designated safeguarding officer or my line manager without delay. In line with the Care Home Safeguarding Policy and the Care Quality Commission (CQC) guidelines, I understand the importance of confidentiality, so I would only share this information with those directly involved in handling the case. I would not confront the suspected abuser or discuss the situation with other staff members, unless required to do so as part of an official investigation. By acting professionally, promptly, and within the safeguarding framework, I would ensure that the resident receives the protection and support they need, while helping to maintain a safe and respectful care environment for everyone. 7. How do you manage challenging behavior in residents with dementia or Alzheimer's? In my experience, managing challenging behavior in residents with dementia or Alzheimer's requires a great deal of patience, empathy, and a person-centered approach. I always begin by trying to understand the root cause of the behavior, whether it's discomfort, confusion, fear, pain, or frustration. Because these behaviors are often a form of communication, I remain calm and speak in a gentle, reassuring tone, using simple language to help de-escalate the situation. I avoid confrontation and instead try to redirect the resident's attention to something that brings them comfort or familiarity, such as a favorite activity, object, or memory. I also make sure to observe their care plan closely and note any patterns or triggers that may be contributing to the behavior, reporting these to the senior team or nurse in charge so adjustments can be made. Consistency is key, so I ensure that I follow established routines that the resident is familiar with. Additionally, I work closely with colleagues to share effective strategies and support one another during difficult situations. Above all, I treat every resident with dignity and respect, ensuring they feel safe and supported, which often helps reduce anxiety and challenging behavior over time. 8. What would you do if you disagreed with a colleague about how to care for a resident? If I disagreed with a colleague about how to care for a resident, my first step would be to remain calm and respectful. I believe it's important to listen carefully to their perspective and understand their reasoning. Then, I would calmly share my own viewpoint, focusing on what's best for the resident's safety, dignity, and well-being. If the disagreement involves clinical or care decisions, I would suggest we consult the care plan, relevant policies, or speak with a senior staff member or manager to ensure we're providing the resident with the best possible care. Ultimately, teamwork and open communication are essential in a care home, and I would always prioritize resolving disagreements professionally and constructively for the benefit of the resident. 9. How do you prioritize tasks during a busy shift in a care home? During a busy shift in a care home, prioritizing tasks effectively is essential to ensure all residents receive the care and attention they need. First, I always focus on residents' immediate needs and safety. For example, if a resident requires urgent assistance, such as help with mobility or medication at a specific time, that takes top priority. I make sure to follow care plans and medication schedules strictly to maintain consistency and safety. Next, I organize other tasks based on urgency and importance, such as assisting residents with personal care, mealtimes, and social activities. I find that good communication with my team is vital. Checking in regularly with colleagues helps ensure we're all aware of any urgent needs or changes in residents' conditions. I also keep a flexible mindset because situations can change quickly in a care home. If unexpected events arise, like a resident feeling unwell or needing emotional support, I am ready to reprioritize my tasks while keeping calm and focused. Finally, I use any available tools, such as shift handover notes or digital care management systems, to keep track of ongoing tasks and follow-ups. Overall, my approach is to balance efficiency with compassion, ensuring no resident feels rushed or neglected, even during the busiest shifts. 10. Why do you think teamwork is important in a care home setting? Teamwork is absolutely essential in a care home setting because caring for residents requires a coordinated effort among all staff members to ensure the highest quality of care. Each team member brings unique skills and perspectives, and working together helps us provide holistic, person-centered care that meets the individual needs of every resident. When we communicate effectively and support one another, it reduces the risk of errors, improves efficiency, and creates a positive environment not only for residents but also for staff. Teamwork also fosters trust and morale among colleagues, which is vital in such a demanding and sensitive role. Ultimately, strong teamwork ensures residents feel safe, respected, and well cared for, which is the core goal of any care home. Do you have any question for us? Yes, thank you for asking. I do have a few questions because I want to make sure I understand the role and your expectations clearly. Could you please tell me more about the day-to-day responsibilities of this care assistant role and what a typical shift looks like here? Also, I'd love to know more about the training and support available for new staff, especially regarding working with residents who have dementia or other specific needs. Finally, how does the care home encourage and support teamwork among staff members to ensure the best quality of care? And that brings us to the end of this detailed guide on care home interview questions and answers. I hope you now feel equipped to walk into your interview with clarity, confidence, and a clear understanding of what care employers are looking for in 2025. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone preparing for a care role. Let me know in the comments what interview you're preparing for next. And check out our other videos for NHS interviews, CV tips, and career advice. Thanks for watching, Damal. Consult Career Academy, where your UK healthcare career begins.